To meet a witness is to become a witness. As the number of Holocaust survivors still living shrinks, a new generation of witnesses are taking on the role to educate the next generation on the power of hate and the even greater power of kindness.
Fox 8's Madison Forsey has this story.
Call me Abe, okay? And I'm 90, and I can't wait to see you to talk about it.
And talk about it, he did.
He's straight out of Grandfather Central Casting, right? Like he's, and people just like sort of fall in love with him.
For years, lovable Abe Piasek told hundreds of people what he calls his really long story.
One of them took out the pistol, shot my friend in the head, and he fell down, and I ran so fast. They were shooting at me.
The story of how he survived the Holocaust.
If more people knew Abe's story, I feel like that could make a difference.
It's now told through Steve Goldberg. He met Abe after he came to the school Steve taught at to give a talk.
When I started interviewing him, he's just fun to be with. I look forward to going to talk with Abe. People often ask, aren't you depressed? Like you're talking about the Holocaust all the time. And I say, no, I'm talking about my friend Abe.
That's the title of Steve's presentation, My Friend Abe. He started giving the presentation after Abe died in 2020. Through videos of Abe,
They took me away.
pictures, and his own research, he tells the story of not just how they met, but Abe's life. Growing up in Poland, the German invasion, being shipped off to a work camp, transferred, liberated, then finding a new sense of freedom in the United States.
This guy's amazing, right? I mean, he's joyful in a way that I hope I can be if I get to 80, 90 years old.
Steve also got to witness that joy, meeting Abe's kids and grandkids and learning about his love of baking and people.
It was definitely interesting to see how happy he was, and then he would tell about his trauma, and you'd be like, he's really happy for what he went through.
The more perspectives that children have, the more well-rounded they are in their own experiences, because they can see that, no, my life is not what everybody else's life is like.
That's what drew Andrew Voss to Steve and Abe's story and prompted him to say yes to Steve's offer to come to Chestnut Grove Middle School to share its powerful lessons.
The power that they have with their voice, the power to stand up against evil, to stand up against the things that they see that are wrong.
Steve's simple message to anyone listening: don't be a bystander. Be what he calls an upstander in your own story.
Courage is contagious. Kindness is contagious.
Madison Forsey,
Take care, guys. Bye-bye.
Fox 8 News.
We'll have more details on Abe's story, along with a link where you can connect with Steve and his presentation on our website, myfox8.com.